Now to the other big story we are following for you tonight. The FBI has identified the gunman who went on that crime spree and then shot 2 law enforcement officers before taking his own life on the Turnpike in Broward County Thursday. Investigators say the gunman was 23-year-old David Edwin Bradley of Miami Gardens. His alleged victims, a Key Biscayne police officer and a federal agent. They are recovering at Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood at this hour. That's where we find News Channel 5's Marissa Bagg. She is the only local reporter on the scene there live. Marissa, what have you learned this afternoon?
Well, Shannon, investigators are still piecing together how this all unfolded right around this time yesterday. And we now know the man who the FBI says is at the center of it all, and we're learning more about him and his victims. A terrifying scene shut down the Florida Turnpike Thursday, calling every city, county, and federal officer to the Hollywood Boulevard exit area. A crash brought a gunman to his feet in what police are calling an ambush. 2 officers shot, 1 critically. Federal agents say 23-year-old David Edwin Bradley is the suspected gunman who later shot and killed himself.
Officer Real was on her way home last evening. She is the consummate community policing officer, and she chose to stop and render aid to what she thought initially was a traffic accident.
The FBI says Key Biscayne officer Nelia Real was shot in the neck and rushed to the hospital. Her chief of police says she's one of the finest.
She is probably one of the most caring human beings that I've ever been around, and that's why she got in the jam that she got into.
Chief Press says his department was shell-shocked at roll call today, admitting the violent shooting is causing some chaos and anxiety among his officers. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent Gabriel Martinez was also allegedly targeted by Bradley. He was shot in the shoulder. The FBI says Bradley stole a car in Miami-Dade, then robbed a barber shop in Pembroke Pines.
Money is in the cash register, so I said the money is right there, and grab the money.
The shop owner says an off-duty security guard fired at Bradley, leaving the stolen van he arrived in covered in bullet holes. Bradley reportedly then stole another car and crashed it on the Turnpike before shooting at the officers and then taking his own life. And the police chief went on to tell us that Officer Real is in stable but serious condition here at the hospital. A bit of good news, though. He did share with us that she wrote him a note about the violent encounter yesterday, so showing some progress there. Of course, she does have a long road to recovery after that injury to her neck. Also, the ICE agent, Gabriel Martinez, who was shot in the shoulder, is in stable condition here at the hospital, and he should be all right. Reporting live in Hollywood, Marissa Bagg, WPTV News Channel 5.